Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is BRULÍK, and I hold the position of the head of patent department in Tescan Brno, which is an essential part of Tescan Orsay holding. The Tescan is the producer of electron beam, focused ion beam, and X-ray imaging systems. So my speech today will be about the success story of one of our invention and product, which is called Tescan Rocking Stage. So first, I would like to say that it's to me a great honor to be invited as the speaker for the conference to the 5th anniversary of the foundings of Visegrad Patent Institute. Thank you. And Tescan was established as a company in 1998. So we celebrate also our anniversary this year. It's 30 years. And it's a Czech-based company which has headquarters in Brno in Czech Republic. Brno is actually a very special place for electron microscopy. Already in the previous century, Brno belongs, namely thanks to Tesla Brno, to the biggest producer of electron microscopes in the world, and thanks to the spirit of the place and know-how of people living here, Brno keeps this position also in the 21st century. Tescan is an integral part of this environment with more than 3,000 instruments sold worldwide, and with rapid growth as in 2019 our production facility was double-sized, and that's all. Tescan, as I said already, it's a global company. Holding has over 550 employees worldwide in 14 subsidiaries, from which 7 are R&D and are based in France, US, Belgium, and of course in Czech Republic. We have also other subsidiaries which are focused more on a market and selling. And we have, well, you can see from the map, a huge global distribution network. We as the company realize that because we produce the cutting-edge scientific instruments and have the worldwide reach, that it is necessary to protect our investments into R&D and our markets. In many cases, we decided to the protection in the form of patents. Our current portfolio includes more than 50 granted patents and more than 30 patent validation. We also have more than 30 pending applications. Here on the map, you can see all the countries into which our microscopes has been delivered. And I'm proud that we can say that our patents covered not all, but many of those countries. And back to our success story. One of our patents, which was selected for this presentation of the success story, is the Tescan Rocking Stage. And the full name of the patent is method of the specimen processing in an apparatus with 2 or more particle beams and apparatus for this processing. It sounds a bit complicated, isn't it? The obvious question is why and for what is it good? And I can say it's a device and method for the preparation of the very smooth surface of the sample in an electron microscopy environment, because this smooth surface is essential for further observation of the sample, namely during semiconductor failure analysis or advanced materials characterization. You can imagine it as a very gentle polishing of the sample by beam of electrons. The story of the rocking stage started in 2013 with the national patent application. It continues after 1 year with the international PCT application. Then it turns back, as is common, into national applications. And one exception was Taiwan, which is not a member of PCT. In the end, our patent was granted in Czech Republic, Taiwan, in the United States. However, in Germany, the patenting procedure is after 6 years still not closed, but we hardly work on it. But the whole rocking stage story did not end by granting the patent. Thanks to the lead in development that we have gained thanks to the patent protection in the key markets, we improved our product based on the customer's feedback and new inventions, improving the functionality of original Tescan rocking stage was submitted last year as a national patent application, and recently we also applied again for international PCT application in this case. The benefits the patenting brings to our company or us are namely the slowing down the R&D activity of the competitors, because the field in the field of our patents, because for them the market for this solution became smaller. Patents are also well recognizable as a benefit for our customers, which required really cutting-edge technologies. We can keep out the similar technologies out of the market, and by patenting we open also the possibility for licensing and for negotiation. On the other side, there comes also some challenges coming with the patenting. For us, namely the need for the market monitoring and reporting all suspicious activities in connection with our inventions. And of course, if any illegal activity will be recognized, enforce our patent rights. The operations are relatively time and cost consuming, but they are necessary to receive the benefits coming from the patents. For these reasons, we carefully considered benefits and challenges, not only for our rocking stage, but in general for all our inventions, and trying to optimize the patent strategy for our inventions, especially when considering the PCT. On the side of benefits is the time the PCT offers before the final decision about target countries must be done. And further, the other huge benefit is that the communication channel for correcting the applications in the early stage is only one, and only in one language. On the other side, the reasons why omit PCT phase in our case is that some patent national authorities do not give too much attention, do not give too much weight to the PCT search reports, and starting their evaluations of the inventions from the beginning, which in many cases largely extend the time needed for evaluation of the applications. With it is also related the fact that many questions related to the applications have to be answered repeatedly. However, despite minor shortcomings, PCT has an irreplaceable role in our company's patent strategy. And I hope that the cooperations with Visegrad Patent Institute will further strengthen this role. I would like to thank you for all your attention, and I wish all the best to VPI for its 5th birthday and many success in upcoming years. Thank you.
Thank you very much, to start with, for this very interesting and comprehensive presentation that, in my view, very nicely complement the one from Mr. Morovian. We heard some very interesting, insights at the beginning, Mr. Morovian, I think in terms of patent filing strategy and how to use the PCT, it was very interesting to see, the role model of having a national application, then the PCT, and how you managed to, for instance, in your case study, to enter the national phase in 52 countries, which is, a very solid and robust, number of applications and patent granted. And in your case, Mr. BRULÍK, what I'm really taking away, there are two things that I'm taking away. First of all, thank you for raising Taiwan, because actually, tying back to some of my presentation earlier this morning in terms of filing strategy and using the PCT, as you clearly demonstrated, it's not the PCT against, Paris routes. And some, in many instances, in terms of patent filing strategy, to file PCT plus, direct filing under the Paris route. So that was a very interesting insight, that we could take, from your presentation. And one thing that I would like to flag very briefly before I pass the floor back to the other speakers is in the in the no part, or the less beneficial advantages that you could have under the PCT concerning the recognition, let's say, or the use of PCT work product when you enter the national phase. You might actually investigate some of the new discussion that started again during the PCT working group, where the UK Patent Office has launched some discussions on having some other offices giving feedback on the content of search report and written opinion. So far it's a very limited group. It's a pilot group. We only have UK, Canada, Australia, and recently Singapore has joined these discussions. But I truly believe that these are the types of discussions that all the member states in the PCT should move forward to make sure that actually the PCT work products are becoming more and more useful to the users when they enter the national phase.